And then Banthor accomplishing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, we're live now. Session 34. GM Jeremy, take it away.
Hey, into the unknown. How are y'all? We are knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. You can tell which generation I grew up in. I love it. We'll be hearing a lot of Guns N' Roses and Metallica songs as chapters and things like that. Anyhow, our adventures were met in the woods before even getting to the city of the undead by a large, a giant zombie and some ghouls. Some of them were maybe a little fashionable and had some pink paint upon them. Don't know how that happened. Well, you killed the giant and scared off the majority of the ghouls. Killing some of the ghoul beasts. Gathered the bodies in some trees. There's a clearing and made you a nice bonfire. Stepped back and set up camp, and well, you've gone through the afternoon, evening, and it's becoming morning. No events, nothing moving on the edge of the light of the bonfire. You've slept all your let Ashura get her sleep, replenish her spell slots. She looked a little, well, just tired maybe. Used a lot of power in the last battle, and wanted to make sure that she's tip-top and ready to roar when she gets to the city of the undead. Morning creeps upon you. The birds do start to chirp, and the animals, as the body and the carcass finally starts to smolder and die away. The stench is still in the air, but it's not the defiled stench of the burning flesh. It's more the something bad happened here, but time will erase these wounds. Banthor, you walk over and say a prayer of cleansing and cleanse the ground of the decay that has rotted into or seeped into the ground from this large carcass. You can feel the vines and the roots starting to take hold and to draw that energy into it and to disseminate it throughout the forest area, weakening its taint, its corruption, so that over time it won't even be felt any longer. You know, the way the forest deals with things is it covers it up and consumes it, draws it into itself, and uses that energy and slowly dissipates it and makes it new and green. Takes the decay or the ashes and uses it. The sun is barely peeking over the trees, and you look into the east. I think that's which way we're headed. Sorry. Yeah, we're headed east. As you prepare to continue moving forward. Nothing. Yes, it's peaceful, almost a Shire morning, a Hobbit hole. So what's the Dungeons and Dragons term? Halfling.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Halfling. Well, we'll say the Fae or Elvish. Serenity comes about the forest as you look towards the east, and you see smoke. A little smoke has started to billow in the distance, and you can only guess that that is the city of the dead. You have less than half a day's travel to the city, but you can see the smoke rising from it from here. It's not a normal thing. There's not normally smoke rising from the establishments or buildings. Maybe some from the buildings on the hill where the dwarves are mining in the mines still. Zorn brushes up a tree and comes back down. And he says the air is arid. It has a weird smell to it. It's like smoke, but different. It's a fire he hadn't smelled before. What would y'all like to do?
Have we had our long rest?
Yeah, you had your long rest. My apologies.
Okay. I think it's time for us just to get back to our original forward camp, overlooking the temple and the city in the distance, and go from there, because we're still another day or so from there.
No, you're a half a day's journey. So the full journey was a day and a half.
All right. So yeah, let's get there and get a better assessment of what's happening in this city.
Yeah.
I tell the party, hey,
Good morning. I didn't think we were doing this today.
Sorry. Yeah, things got changed around, and maybe I wasn't as direct about the communication. So, my apologies, and I appreciate you making the effort to join us and such. Thank you. Banthor, you were saying something there?
yeah, I just wanted to tell the group we may want to be careful when approaching our encampment there. That pink paint on their faces kind of looks like the paint I used to draw that masterpiece of Kellum.
Kellum rolls his eyes.
And we may be in for a fight when we get there, I'm not sure.
Yes.
If there's a trap there, let's go spring it.
It's not a trap if you know it. Then it's just a standoff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Kellen will
Go
surreptitiously signal his Timberwolf to go off into the distance again.
Okay. And scout out in front of you, or keep to the side.
He can be in front scouting a bit, but no more than, say, 100 meters. But mostly off to the side to make a similar intervention like he did here.
Good. Trying to remember her name.
Vizdamir?
Mung. Sorry.
Zorn.
Mung, what? Zorn, thank you. I need to put the characters up here. Zorn, just to catch you up a little bit. They burn all the bodies, the giant and the few other carcasses they had. Y'all have taken a long rest, and it is the next morning. Everybody.
In case you hadn't looked into what we did last time, since you were otherwise engaged. Let's see. Necra, being the impetuous youth she is, wandered off, and less than 12 hours later finds these guys start heading towards the grove. Sent Maxie back. She let the rest of the party know what was going on. We had this little fight, and you got some good hits in. Unfortunately, the giant didn't get the knockback. It kept saving. Though got to the fun of watching Necra and this ghast that was riding on the giant's shoulder fight over its head, and then it got it finally fell over, and both fell off. Necra stuck the landing, the ghast didn't. Or more appropriately, the ghast got stuck.
Yeah, the landing stuck the ghast.
Mm-hmm. And there's been a little bit more fighting. And that's where we were for the rest, and burning and cleaning and all of that.
Yeah, I had forgotten that you didn't make the last session there. So my apologies for not totally catching up all the way. And thank you very much. I appreciate that. Let me do that because I'm going to keep messing up. Zorn, there we go. I normally have your characters up here, but I've forgotten to do that. Alright, now I can go back over here and put it over on this one.
Right.
Talking to myself. So Zorn, we did have a combat with giants, or a giant. Sorry you weren't there. That's all I can say. But there is smoke in the distance as you start to walk closer to the city of the undead. You have 8 hours of travel before you get to the windmill. Anything else that y'all want to discuss, prepare, blah, before you get within the area of the windmill? Alrighty.
I do my 10-minute spell. You know, I just rolled the d20 swarm.
Okay.
So
5
I
and
got
17.
one good, one bad.
All right. Yeah, we're doing really good. I'm waiting for that. Oh, I rolled a crit.
Okay.
Let's see. I'll leave that. Oh. Our plan is to go check on the windmill first. Or
Yeah, I mean, yeah. What do y'all intend to do? You gonna go to your camp and then go straight in and do the ritual? I mean,
well, since Bathor has warned us, yeah, I'm sure her opinion would be okay if we're going to go check on our camp, see if they ransacked it.
one moment. So y'all know before you make camp, so you can, I don't know, change your spells, how, blah, blah, blah. You need to, if you wanted to. Go on. Continue.
Yeah. We go check that, and then we should prepare for the ritual.
Any questions about the ritual? It's pretty simple. Vanthor or whomever needs to place the rod, the copper rod, behind the altar. There's seems to be an area for you to slot that in, and then drop the rock into the goblet. Well, the goblet needs to be there, and then drop the goblet into it, and then basically just after saying the name of the angel, will activate and send a signal, which will summon the angel from its captivity. It is a CR20 entity, very powerful. Its main job is to dispense justice. It is called in not to have conversations, or not to parlay, but to act. It will spring forth from the statue and then make its way to you. As you get an hour away from the settlement, the city of the undead, there's a green smoke that is rising, almost glowing from the city. You don't see a fire per se, but because you can't see directly the city itself. But you can probably see the the building on the. There's a set of buildings, mansion almost, a compound of buildings on a hill where the dwarves reside, or did. And it has like a green aura emanating from within the building that you can see from this distance. You can almost hear the noise of the city. It's different from the forest. It's no screams or howls or anything. It's just a rumbling of entities. It's a disturbance in the force, per se. That's no moon. Like I said, you're an hour outside of the city. Which, excuse me, you're about 2 hours outside the city. Your camp is an hour outside of the city. So, as you get closer, your what do you call it? Your hideout, your little campsite. Yes, forward operating base. Thank you. You're Bob. Is outside of the city limits, and it's a good hour's march through the farmlands before you get into the town itself.
Okay.
The forest has become quieter, and the animals, the few that would be this close, are non-existent. They're gone. They've gone to ground, or they've left the area. The birds aren't flying through this area. There aren't any insects. It's just the silence of the wind through the trees. And this weird green smoke that's hazy in the air.
Callum, his hand starts mimicking the motions of playing the bagpipes.
Yeah. Did we name our steed? Was it Mountie or is it Rocky or is
Rocky?
Okay, it is Rocky. Okay, all right, it's Rocky. All right, I love it. Rocky, at one point kind of starts to slow down a little bit, and comes to a slow stop, and sniffs the air, and kind of looks, up at you, Kellum. Boy, you think we're gonna go any further than this?
We're going all the way, buddy.
Okay. I'm new to all this, but I'll definitely follow you. What would you like me to do if anything, weird happens?
protect the cart.
You don't need me in the battle? I can hurt him good.
Well, if anything weird happens that we're not suspecting or not prepared for, the cart is your priority. If we have it stashed somewhere and we're preparing for an actual battle, then we'll dish out assignments at the appropriate time.
Okie dokie. Yeah, he puts his head down and starts walking forward again. Sorry if you hate him, but gotta love it.
I'm trying to place it.
No, this is the first time he's talked. That's
Yeah.
what
Yep.
I'm like, wait a minute. He could talk this whole time?
This is my sad. No, well, he can, and he just hasn't. This is my sad attempt at a Bowinkle.
That's fine. That's just like, oh, he can talk. We can actually communicate with him. Okay. That was my whole thing. I was like, is this just a Kellum thing? Like he's just talking to Kellum, or is this all of us can hear him?
Yeah, no, he's speaking common, and then he kind of does mutter under his breath in Sylvan.
Sylvan?
Thank you. Under his breath in Sylvan. Yeah, I wish Bowinkle was here. And just kind of keeps moving.
Okay, that's fine. And we're about an hour out from our fob.
Yes. Yep.
Do we want to send the sneaky ones ahead to kind of get eyes on things? Maxie, with or without Necro, who will probably try to go anyway.
Actually,
I was threw up on the thing. Wanted to send Maxie in under minor illusion.
Okay.
So
Send Maxie ahead to get eyes, but strictly observe
and report. Yes. And the minor illusion is, instead of making something appear, it's making her disappear.
Okay.
Camouflage, basically.
Yes. It's not invisibility because that's a different spell, but it's obscuring her form. But
Obscurus.
yeah.
Just camouflage in her state.
GM, I have the ability to see through my familiar's eyes, right?
Correct.
Yes.
So, it's an either or.
Yeah. That's fine. Kellum's gonna
And
go.
as long, but they have to be.
Within 100 feet.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Now you
That
have.
was mile.
No. It's 100 feet. If we're talking fine familiar, you have to be within 100 feet.
Oh, alright.
You have a telepathic connection, and you can see. You can choose to see or hear through their senses, but it's within 100 feet. If they go out of that, if they go beyond that, the connection is broken.
Okay. Well, that unravels my plan.
The mile, what you're thinking is probably what Z did with the Z-Net. He had a mile range.
Yeah. Anyways.
Okay. So Maxie comes back and reports that there is at least excuse me. I know one more giant zombie there at the windmill,
Alright.
and has noticed a lot of movement around the camp. They've destroyed all the houses that were there, and destroyed the chapel. So the entrance that went into the underground area, they didn't touch. It seems that they're a little afraid. They're keeping distance of that area, but everything else outside of the windmill and the main house has been destroyed. They've damaged the main house and damaged the windmill a little bit and such, but the 4 or 6 buildings that were there, the other farmhouses that were there, have been destroyed, totally razed to the ground, basically. And she saw in the distance that the city is aglow with a green kind of aura flame, and some areas look like they have been destroyed, and such. Currently, during the sunlight, daytime, it doesn't look like there's a lot of activity in the city, but it definitely something has been going down.
Okay, so
Just a reminder, we do know of there is some type of something that's been turning things green. Something we discovered before, and they were collecting this green material, like the polluted green stuff, and using it.
yeah. So let's go pick a fight.
Well, at this point, when we get close enough, I can use Wisdomir. I got some new toys I'd like to play with, new spells.
Yes.
I can distract them a little bit, draw them into areas we want them to be at, and all the while never spring any trap they may have set for us.
Yeah. So, did kind of watch Zorn's face when we were hearing about the giant zombie, or zombie giant. So, chance to do it again.
So I think I dropped you into the map.
Yes.
I'm just showing you basically kind of what Maxie has reported.
Alright.
So.
Okay.
And we probably want to. I think our main thing is make sure the way to the temple is clear. Like that. Well, for Asha, that is her main objective. It's like we're coming back so we can get this ritual started, and so if we need to take out this giant, if he's in the way, then let's do that. with all the commotion that's going on. So if we can get into the temple, get this going, because like since you said it's going to be summoned in the center of town and then start moving towards us, it's probably going to catch a lot of attention anyway. Which then, a lot more things are going to pop up. So I think it's like, do we want to start using a resource beforehand, or do we want to, save, our energy until he's summoned in case, we have to help him get to where he, even though he's level 20 badass, it's going to probably annihilate anything that gets near him.
Yeah, sorry. I saw this angel and I went, oh my god, I want to play with this. Sorry.
Well, I think
That's what I'm looking for. Yes.
if we
Right,
preserve your spells, other spell casting, Necra and I and Zorn, I think, Panther, you probably don't have to preserve all of your shape-shifting capabilities. But if we preserve all the other spell castings, we can go and clear this area again. And that way we don't really have anything at our back later. That's never something we really want to have anything at our back.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that. That makes sense too. And I got cantrip for days, so I can save the main spells.
Yeah.
Alright then, sounds good. Let's make our way there.
One moment, I'm misplaced something. I'm looking for it. There it is. All right, choose.
So, Kellum's thought right now is that he's gonna, if I understand the familiar stuff correctly, he's gonna look through Vizdamir's eyes. Vizdamir's gonna get within a certain range, and if there's any kind of flames out there, I can cast like my cantrips and everything from Vizdamir's position if I'm looking through his eyes, right?
The only spells you can cast through a familiar are touch spells.
Ah, okay. Man. Well, those are not touch spells. That's things. Well, Kellum is just going to try and get close enough to see flames. I've got control flames, I got create bonfire, and my intent's like if they got any flames out there already, I just like manipulate them to become a distraction, draw them over to it, and then have the flame spread onto the zombies. They're flammable, right? And then create bonfires underneath them to make them start dancing around. I only do one bonfire that's concentration, but I can just start out without giving away my position. Do that, mess around with the flames a fair bit, and get them all in a hissy. And then we go in and just smash their brains, because zombies.
Alrighty. You gonna leave Rocky out of it?
Yeah, since we don't really have a place where we put the cart or the gear yet.
Yeah.
Rock, can you just stay back with the cart?
Okay.
We'll keep him to the side for now. With the cart. He can also, like from his position, watch out and give any sick if he sees anything. Put him in a good, watchful position.
Yeah. And I'm going to have Viztamir stay just on the edges again until I want to pull him in.
Okay. We're just going to use them. All right. Where's that button? Well, where's the timber?
Seeing the giant zombie or zombie giant, Necro turns to Zorn and whatever the local equivalent of rock, paper, scissors. Well, it's. I'm presuming Zorn has had some things to say about giants over the 3 days, 4 days we've known them. So it's like,
I mean, it's got to be his lucky week to one giant, then the next day, then there's another one. Woo! I get to put this bow into use. Let's go.
well, who gets the first shot?
The undead don't scream right.
Alright.
The undead don't scream, right? Is that what he said? I love it.
Oh, well, why don't you both hit it at the same time? Give it both the double whammy.
So you're before we actually get into the area itself, you can see the windmill and this giant zombie. It stands up as tall as the windmill and such, and you can see that it's positioned itself looking out in your direction, as if waiting, standing there next to the windmill. You can only imagine that it's standing between the building, the farmhouse, and the windmill.
Waiting for us. Well, that might be something. Because we might not want to go that way in its view sight. We might want to divert again if we want to get a surprise, or unless we're just going straight forward. Yeah.
As you're like, let's say 500 or more feet away, and you're concealed, and you can see, because seeing over the treetops and such, it's a good 20 feet tall. You can see its torso and its head, and it doesn't look like it's looking around left or right or anything, and it doesn't really look like it's looking much. It's just kind of standing there, unmoving, unblinking, like a statue or a sentry.
Like a zombie does.
Yeah.
Was given the order to stay there.
Oh, give me a second. I'll work on that.
Oh yeah, I was trying to. I wasn't actually trying to ping it, but
yeah,
I mean, that's what happened anyway.
Fair enough.
Let's see. Yep, that works.
All right. Yeah.
Keep them on
Sorry
the
about
edge. No worries. Are there any fires in the area?
So there are no fires here. It just seems, from what Maxie says, that they just trampled everything. So it just looks like this zombie giant just went and just stomped these buildings down to the ground, the chapel down to the ground, and such. Just stomp, stomp, stomp. I did a lot of that.
Hubby had a hissy fit.
Yeah. And noticed some general movement in the area, but didn't get too close to see what the exact movement was. But there's stuff moving in the trees, and not like moving around a lot. Just saw some movement. What? Don't see the movement anymore. So there's stuff hiding sentry-like in trees. Probably not zombies, because zombies, they don't just, especially if they're given an order, they're not
Zombies
gonna,
can't hide so well. Well, at least not the typical ones, but we know that there's more.
Well, I mean, if they're given an order to not move, they don't move, and stuff. So you can tell that these zombies are, under control of something, and such.
Yeah.
So
we saw the gas, so we know there's some intelligent ones there.
Right. And so basically, right outside, this area, this blue area, where the pinging, that white area, is where a lot of those buildings were. It's just rubble all through here. Outside of coming through this area, or around, right through here is going to be rough terrain. Right through here is going to be rough terrain. So coming through the road itself, is okay. Why did it not? I said do it. Drop. Freehand. Okay. The road itself, you're not going to have any issues with. And then outside of this area, and kind of like right before you get to the edge of the ridge over there. So this is, kind of, trying to make an X. Rough terrain.
I mean, any rough terrain, I can clear it. If needed.
Now, coming here, and depending how you want to deal with it, if you wanted to go, the long way around, in a way, you could be on the low ground, on the east of the map, and such. Or you can, stay on the high ground here and come through that way. Excuse me. I'm going to fill my water real quick and be right back. Won't take me 2 minutes.
I don't know about y'all, but I think we might as well just come in through the road. We know it's going to be a trap. We'll get to here and try and spread out into the trees a bit. Since they trampled the buildings and everything, we might as well we'll keep fire away from the windmill. Windmill's going to become our new base, I guess. But we'll set these on fire, try and draw out whatever we can, and then reverse the ambush.
I can do that. I do have mold earth, so we can set up some pits, 5 foot deep pits or deeper.
Yeah, if you could put a trench around the area we're going to put the fire at. And then if they go towards the fire, they fall into the trench.
We'll get there, get some time to set it up.
Alright,
And Callum, I'm assuming you're going to be going in melee range.
Yeah, after getting the bonfires out, or put a bonfire out here to start getting the fire to spread, at some point I'm going to go melee. Whenever, if we draw nothing out, then I'll go melee to be the one that draws things out. If we do draw things out, then I'll go melee against what we drew out.
Okay. I plan on. I've got protection from evil and good, so I figured I'd pop that on you.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
It's its range is touch, so just when you're ready for it, just stick close to me.
All right, sounds good.
I heard y'all scheming. I didn't hear what it was, but y'all were chuckling and scheming. I'm like, oh great, here it comes.
We have built the most giantest monkey wrench ever. And we're getting ready to throw it at you.
That's awesome. Excuse me. Alrighty. So what would y'all like to do?
Bonfire.
Okay. Alright.
I'll dig a few trenches.
How close? What's the range on it?
60 foot.
Hmm.
And it catches other things on fire. So as the fire spreads, the other things are on fire. It's no longer magical fire. So control flames to make it jump from here to here, and then from here to here.
Yep. What kind of spells can you use through familiar?
Touch spells.
So yeah, I'm stepping up to just in range of the first building here.
All right. So, all right.
Yeah, and because the familiar has to, you're basically using the familiar to touch, and for touch spells.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah, I saw it
Instead of
happening
using-
in another campaign. I didn't know it had to be touch spells. I was like, well, this is a cool thing. Oh, it's got to touch. Bleh.
Well, that rules as written. Virginia.
Oh, excuse me. Goodness. All right. I need to. Oh, push the wrong button. Wrong button. Get over here. There we go. Alrighty. So as you start to get closer and get into this zone here, the battle map, the giant zombie does kind of make a noise as he sees your approach. As you come up through here, would you kind of basically then rush up, because you kind of know that you're going to be seen basically, and that anything in this area is going to be seen because this is flat. It's been flattened so that they
have clear view of it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I guess at that point the fire is more of a we need lights so we can see everything, instead of a little less distraction now, more just a useful visibility.
I guess that also. Morning, buddy. Oh, one moment, guys.
I think we're doing this in the middle of the day.
Are we?
Yeah, it's daytime.
Which means about half my stuff is... Okay, that isn't gonna operate. Or a goodly chunk of the stealth stuff I've got isn't working very well.
Okay, scrap my plan about fire altogether. I thought we were arriving later in the evening. not quite midnight.
I
but
would
evening.
like. Yeah, I would have loved to have been like, it's the middle of.
I mean, do we want to
Yeah, we
change
could
that
wait till
to
night.
because we started moving during the day, during the morning when we first got up, and he said it would be like half a day, so it would be depending on when we left in the morning, it would be somewhere towards the afternoon, maybe approaching evening.
Yeah, he said we can wait. He put it in the chat. Yeah, so we'll just
Because
whatever.
we would have strategized over our advantages, disadvantages. And we know we move better in the evening towards night anyway. So. A lot of us are more effective.
Well, yeah, it's kind of a thing.
Well, I mean, you're invisible. It takes the handicap, so to speak, off of Callum. Frozen in sunlight.
Mhm.
And let's see, who out of our party doesn't have some variation of dark vision? I think Maxie at this point.
Yeah, Maxie would be the only one. Which is really weird why fairies don't have dark vision.
There are a number of things that have been weird about this one or that one doesn't have this trait that's like really obvious it should have it, but yeah.
Then again, I can't speak either. If I didn't have a certain feat, I wouldn't be able to see either.
Well, yeah, but you've got true sight, so.
No, double sight.
Well, yeah. You don't. Yeah, you're right. You don't see through illusions and transformations like true sight does.
Just I can see through darkness and magical darkness. The true sight thing is in Banthor's helmet.
Yeah.
So that is something also we could utilize if needed.
So, should we light the trees on fire? Because Maxie did say something about seeing movement in the trees.
No.
Forest fire? Might not be a good idea.
Why do I get this vision of this bear just walks up and says, "Don't do it," and then walks away?
The guy was sitting there just like, tactical position, tactical decision. Yeah, let's do it. Oh wait, yeah, no. We're fighting for these. Oh.
Yes.
You use telepathy. Please don't burn me.
Well,
I give life to everyone.
Don't
That's
provide
okay,
shelter
there's-
to the zombies. Shed your leaves for a minute.
yeah. Of course, at one point during the strategizing, Necro just makes herself look like another zombie. And was like, hey, I could walk up and do... and, like, list of things like...
Banthor. One thing, I don't know if you're aware of it, you also can have a familiar as a druid. If you do the wild companion class option. Optional feature, that's what I'm trying to say.
I did not know that. You said Wild Companion?
It's one of the Tasha options. So you can use one of your wild shape charges to cast Find Familiar. And it'll give you a familiar, but it's a fey spirit instead of like an animal or a fiend spirit.
Okay.
And it doesn't seem to be permanent.
Okay. Yeah, it lasts as long as my wild shape lasts.
Yeah, that's the downside. But just an option there. That you didn't have.
Anyways.
Sorry about that. Thank you, guys.
Ah,
Alrighty. So what did you all decide?
Yeah, we're gonna wait till evening so that the fire
Okay.
actually has a purpose.
And we
Gotcha.
can take advantage of night.
Right. Yeah, like I said, it was a half a day's journey to get to here. You might have spent, an hour more, having some of, stops and conversations, and maybe a couple hours waiting for Maxie to come back and such. It won't take you long, let's say it would have been, just say 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Y'all can wait there a few more hours and wait till dusk, or wait till much later. Right as the sun goes down, and bring into action stuff.
just into proper dark, if that's okay.
So 7, 8 o'clock at night.
Rough estimate, I guess, yeah.
The zombie hasn't moved, but the city has kind of come alive a little bit more. You do hear wails in the distance, not hear wailing in the distance. There we go. And every once in a while you'll hear marching drums as well. And can almost not feel but sense the movement of the city, even from this distance. You approach Underdark and come closer to surprise. Give me a second.
Surprise?
No, that's what Necro did. Just sent out a message that said surprise. So.
Yeah. I don't get the message notifications when I'm streaming because Discord goes into streamer mode and all notifications are silenced.
That's cool.
Sometimes. And then other times it's
Yeah.
not, like now.
Well,
So Necra,
yeah.
what are you doing?
Well, once we've got the plan all set up, as Callum's getting ready to start the fire, I would like to, and I would recommend Zorn do similar, but put one, I do believe in my case, Radiant into the zombie.
Okay. So I'll wait for Kellum as a signal, I guess, for you to start shooting arrows. Or do you want to start shooting arrows and let Kellum? How do you want to do it?
Well, I'm effectively invisible except anybody who has extra special vision. And Dread Ambusher gives an extra attack.
Yep, on your
But
first
it's
round.
first round of the combat, so could be surprise round, could be whatever.
Yeah, I basically, put it as your first round of combat.
Yes.
Okay, so you could wait 5 rounds. I mean, they could be doing whatever for 5 rounds. It doesn't matter. Whenever your first round of combat is.
Yeah.
Because to me, that's what a dread is. They could be setting up the ambush even in the middle of combat, and such.
Yes.
So if you're hidden or, things like that, which of course,
Yes. Do you want to start the fire and then we'll start the dance, or shall I?
Yeah, let's start the fire and see if we can get them to go over there so that everything that's in the trees and all is drawn out too.
All right.
as you start moving through the flattened zone, shall we say, outside, on the far peripherals, to the far west, you can start sensing movement. Things are moving through the trees in your direction in such a way that you can't see them. They're keeping to the shadows, or they're keeping themselves hidden. But it doesn't seem like it's like an army or anything, like moving through the the woods or anything like that. But there's enough of whatever it is that they are making enough noise, and you could just sense that they are moving on the outskirts, coming inching closer as you are moving towards the White House. The windmill, excuse me.
All right.
Must spread myself there. Keep moving.
So they already see us. There's no.
There's no
Yeah, you pretty
surprise.
much know that they know.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I'll make my way back over to Banthor, accept the protection from good and evil, and then just wail on the bagpipes as I run to the center.
All right.
Draw them all out. Get all the attention on me.
Okay. So you're gonna call aggro, basically. All right.
Yep.
Protection. Thank you. I appreciate that, Mantle.
Mm-hmm.
Who has that on them?
Banthor's putting it on me, I think.
Yes.
Banthor is putting it on Kellum, so Banthor is holding concentration.
And I will burn a flask of holy water to do that.
Let's take a flask of holy water. And it's a 10-minute concentration, so have to do a willpower? Willpower.
Attacks have disadvantage against him from undead.
It's flat out disadvantage.
Yep. As long as he has concentration, can't be possessed, can't be charmed, frightened, and attacks have disadvantage. Come on, you should be familiar with this.
We used it against you so many times.
No, I don't like the spell. Because it is so useful. This is very useful level 1 spell.
Mm-hmm. In a city of undead? Definitely.
And instantly, once I get into position here, instead of lighting the house on fire and everything, I'll just throw the bonfire underneath the giant.
Okay. So as you're getting closer, you'll notice that this giant does not have a ghast on it, commanding it to do anything. Thank you, Necker, for the I'm hiding symbol. That's awesome. Yep. I'm pulling up the initiative tracker, so if y'all like to utilize that, that would be awesome. Roll initiative. And we'll, not to say that combat's just going to pop off and such, but some things might happen. Ooh.
Okay,
Yep.
14
Yeah.
and okay. When it matters.
Should I use my inspiration right now? 'Cause I don't like that initiative roll.
Oh my, I don't like mine either.
Oh. 2 dirty 20s.
I got a 9.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll say it's fine.
Yeah, it's really only the first round where it matters a whole lot. Once you get into it, it's just like you're in order.
Alright, so 10, 20, 30. Okay, Mercer gives me this.
Ooh, I got the wrong one. What did she say?
Of course.
Mashura, what did you get?
A 9.
No. So we get a 24, a 20, a 20, a 9. That's it, a 5. We have the ones that are going before and the ones that are going after.
Who else rolled like a 2?
That's all right.
Three.
Yep, okay.
So, before y'all really get into the area, Benthor, you lay your hand on Kellum and give him the protection. Kellum, he grabs his bagpipes and starts rushing in. That's why he's so late in the initiative. He's spending all of his time, gathering himself and coming in and such. He's acting afterwards. He's like, yeah, y'all come to me. I'm not coming to you. Y'all are going to come to me.
I just make the most horrible noise on the bagpipes ever. Not even a song. Just like
Yeah, just anger. And we'll start the top of the turn order. Vanthor, this is your movement coming in to Kellum. Anything else that you would like to do?
Let's make sure I went far enough. Yeah. I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on the giant.
Alrighty. Do I have to do something there?
Yeah, dex save of 10.
6.
So that's going to be 2d8.
Roll high.
Oh, that's an 8 and another 8. Wow.
Wow, nice.
16, and that's radiant, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
And yeah, it's flat. There's no plus anything to it. So that's
Right. Okay. I see. 16.
16.
So
Radiant.
32. What is it again? It's a bolt, or what was it?
It's radiant fire.
Radiant fire. Okay. So a spark of green radiant fire flies off from you and strikes the zombie. He screams and hollers, and you hear basically the hyenas cackling in the woods. Not so much hyenas, but you get the picture. And the ghouls and gas in the woods are chuckling and howling and hooting. They know that the combat is soon to begin for them. Right.
Just so happens I have the motive for Fallout, so.
Yes.
Anything else for you, Banthor?
check to see if this helmet has a headlamp. Nah, that's it.
All right. It does. If you need it, it will give you a green reading light. But Maxie.
Moment, please.
Mm-hmm.
It's my. It's trying to crap out on me.
Oh no.
Ah, well. And what is her perception? Oh, get that up. Alright. So, Maxie lights in this tree. Is there anything aside from
No, there's nothing in the immediate area. No, there's no surprises or anything like that. She did kind of, check around and such. Didn't really, outside of the big zombie, that's the only thing she really saw here. It's all just kind of in the peripheral all around. It seemed that,
Then I'm guessing this wouldn't qualify for advantage. To get sneak attack off.
If you bonus action hide.
Well, for Maxie. Yeah.
I mean, she is pretty small.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Go for it. Is that a crit? No, that's not a crit. That's not a crit.
That's 4 short.
4 short, yeah. She's a little bit better than that.
Alright. So. Did it show. Okay.
Did you roll with advantage, or?
Might as well fish. Apparently not. And.
Yeah, you want the 24.
Okay, so that's her contribution to the adventures.
16 already.
Mm-hmm. I think that might be a little...
Okay, cool. It worked.
Oh, it's within range. Alright. And that's her stuff, so.
Arrow streaks out and hits it right in the kneecap. It twitches a moment. And starts to scan the battle arena, looking for opponents. Reaches over and grabs a rock off of the windmill, the side of the wall, rips it off, and gets ready to chuck it. Anything else for Max?
That's her.
All right, Necra.
Alright, so. Plus 10 feet for Dread Ambusher. Okay, so. Radiant Arrow. Oh, you gotta be.
Was that with advantage?
Inspiration.
No. Or is that with advantage? Or not? For all those crits you got.
Right.
Yeah, I would definitely use some inspiration. Because you don't want me to not. You don't want me to use that.
Alright,
There.
so.
Alright. Not a crit, but not a crit fail. You will never see that arrow again. It'll fly off and. Alright. 8, 3, and 3. Yeah, okay, all of that really. So 14, 28 radiant damage. Ooh, I like that sound.
Alright, and then another attack is Dread Ambusher.
Yep.
Not using a magic arrow. Alright. Dirty 20. And
8. That button. Alright. Our giant zombie friend is looking pretty wounded already. Anything else for you, Nectar?
that's everything.
Alrighty. Sure, before you go, the giant rears back his arm and hurls this rock at one target. Yeah, give it. Okay. We're going to bagpipes. Tell him
Yeah.
a rock flies out at you. Ooh, 21.
Is that with
Yeah.
disadvantage?
Oh,
If you're targeting him, disadvantage.
yeah, 21.
Yeah, that hits. Ugh.
Now,
Okay.
as
What's
I
that?
see the boulder, flying at Callum, I'm gonna use a reaction to give him resistance to bludgeoning damage. And it says if I'm maintaining concentration on a spell or I use a charge, so
You're
Is that-
maintaining concentration.
okay. I just want to make sure that wasn't a typo, so it doesn't burn a charge then.
Correct.
Okay.
Alrighty, give me a DC 17 saving throw, Pelham. as you take 16 points. Well, excuse me. Good night. That's a good saving throw.
Yeah.
So the damage is 28 bludgeoning, so you take half of that.
And then what was the
From-
resistance do?
And for resistance,
From
so
the
quarter total.
resistance. No. From the resistance.
Okay.
The strength check was a total different thing.
Okay.
So half of 28, 14.
You take 14 bludgeoning damage because of the resistance. The rock smashes up against you, and splinters and fly. Pieces fly everywhere, and it hits you so hard. If it wasn't you, you're pretty sure that one of your other comrades would have been lying on their back from just the strength used to hit you. So basically, you have to DC 17 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Okay. Hellish rebuke.
Alrighty. What's the deal?
DC's
Right.
13 dex save.
Okay. 20.
Ah.
Still takes half.
Yeah, it's half of 5. That's a horrible
Okay.
damage roll.
2.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot I took that. I got magic missile. I fired magic missile at the darkness. Anybody old enough to remember that?
Yeah, I've heard it several times. Strangely enough, it works in 5e. Didn't work so well in other things.
Alrighty. And also, let's see, Ashura, Zorn, you hear movement behind you, not directly, but in the 100 feet, 150 feet behind you, you hear movement. This is not being obfuscated in any way. These are fast-moving, flat, not using boots or shoes or anything like that. Flat-footed creatures moving towards you at a fast rate.
Okay.
But there's some 150 feet behind you or to the west. So north and northwest. Sure.
All right. How far is the giant?
How far is the who? The giant?
The giant.
You mean moment?
Yeah. Giant.
100 feet.
Let's see. And he's already looking wounded.
Yeah.
Let's see. Good. Want to save resources, but heck, okay, let's go for a guiding bolt. The giant. Let's try to take him out quickly.
Anything on my part? Is that
I got an attack. Hold on.
okay? All right.
I am going to use my inspiration because no.
Oh, what? You didn't like the gnome?
I don't like nines. When it comes to attacks.
about
Okay,
10?
that is. I don't like that either. Oh Jesus! I'm gonna use my other inspiration.
Okay. You can do that.
This is terrible.
There we
Okay, that's better.
Aren't you glad you have that wisdom about you?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, let's see. Come on. Dice.
Ooh, look at them ones.
Alright,
And the
14.
so I guess they even out.
Alright, 14, that's radiant.
28.
28.
Ooh. Zorn. It might be your chance. Let's see. Ooh, Zorn. I'm so close. Alright. Anything else for you, Ostra? You're going to stay back there. You can't ask Zorn what he's going to do if you're kind of trying to keep a buddy with you. But Kellum and Banthor and Necra and Maxie have all moved forward. Such. So basically, it's just you and Zorn. Is Timberwolf with them?
No, I just left him. He's still kind of in the shadows, really.
Okay.
But if they get into trouble, he's watching.
All right.
She's gonna, since she's hearing things coming from behind, she's gonna stay there. Be a back wall right now.
All right.
So.
Okay.
I mean, she'll ask Zorn, I don't think Zorn, you play? I mean, he's got range for days, so I don't know why he would, but...
Yeah, Zorn most likely has his bow out, but I'm going to leave that up to him. He has a giant slaying bow, so...
Right. Zorn, you staying put, you moving, or you getting to a better position? There we have enemies approaching from northwest.
Yeah, from behind, basically. Yeah.
Bogeys from behind.
It came from behind.
I didn't think it was my turn yet.
No, he's just asking you before he makes his decision, and I don't mind a little bit of communication. Your initiatives are real close to each other and such. So.
Yeah, she just asked me, are you
So
planning
just
on
look at some
moving?
communication.
Yeah, planning on moving, repositioning.
I think I'm good right here, and if it's still moving by the time I can go, I will make sure it isn't.
All right. Now I'm right here. I'll watch your back.
Right. Tell him.
All right. This zombie giant's made me mad. However, I'm not going to go to him yet. And I'm not going to use Bonfire either at the moment. Instead, I'm going to Eldritch Blast and Hadar's Grasp him.
Oh, nice.
All right. Eldritch.
First one.
All 10 damage, and he comes 10 foot towards me.
Does it say any size creature, or what does it say about that size?
Let me go look at that.
I think you did it before, and I think we looked at it, and we were like,
Grasp and
yeah, I
Hadar.
just wanted... Go ahead.
Once on each of your turns, when you hit a creature with your Eldritch Blast, you can move that creature in a straight line 10 feet closer to you.
It doesn't put a size limit.
Yeah. No limit there.
So that's up to you if you want to put a size limit.
No, I'm good. I mean, it says creature.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's definitely a creature.
And you've got how many of those?
I got one more.
No, it has the
You can
Blast.
only do it once per turn. Though.
Yeah, but I got one
Did
more
the-
blast to roll anyway.
Yeah.
Did the guiding bolt advantage go off?
Oh
yet?
yeah, there is a advantage with guiding bolt since guiding bolt hit.
Yeah, so that first attack is advantage. You might be able to fish for a crit.
All right, let's see. Nope.
No.
All right, so here's the second bolt. 15?
Oh, no.
No.
Yeah, that sucks. You have to use it on the first one. Yeah,
All right, did he move forward 10?
he did. I moved him.
Oh. 10 was not as much as I thought it was going to be.
He's a big boy.
Didn't you
He
do
is a big boy.
Didn't you start off with bonfire?
No,
Huh?
he just doesn't
No.
have to
We
use
were thinking about it, and got decided.
Okay, you
Decided
did.
not to
All
do
right.
there.
Yeah, it was. So the whole like bonfires, hopes in a surprise round, etc., and it didn't all work out.
All right. But it
bonus-
still did bonfire under its foot.
it.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about doing that, but I'm also kind of like because bonfire is going to take a whole action, so I'm waiting to
Right.
see what else is about to come out of the woodworks here. However, bonus action, I'm going to hex the giant, and I'm going to hex his dexterity.
All right. Is there any concentration on the hex?
Yes.
Yes.
1 hour.
Okay.
I need to mark off 1 of my.
Sure, you're not concentrating on anything, are you?
No.
Alrighty. Action, bonus action, movement.
Stand right where I am, and I'll just take a big old breath and puff on the pipe for the bagpipes again, sitting on my back and make loud noise. Sorry, Banthor, you are kind of right there.
He's got the helmet. It's got noise canceling,
Okay.
stuff.
Good.
I can turn on noise canceling.
You must really not want protection from evil and good. Again.
No, I do. I really
Oh,
do.
look,
It's
it's
just
Tuesday.
like I gotta take advantage of having it and draw everything towards me, so that y'all, can stab it all in the back.
Inside the helmet, there are these teeny tiny tree stumps that serve as earplugs, and just pop a button on the side.
Basically like little corks. Alrighty. So outside of movement, that was your action, bonus action, and incidental with the bagpipes.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's my version of yelling
Zorn.
insults.
Yeah. Zorn. This giant is holding on by a thread.
Okay. First shot. 26.
The 26? Yeah, that hits.
Ooh, 10 damage.
Alrighty. We don't have to worry about anything else. He had 2 hit points left. Sorry, Callum.
That's okay. I'll. He's dead. My next turn, I can use a bonus action to move the hex somewhere else.
Yeah.
The zombie giant staggers and falls into the building over here. collapsing and bringing the walls down there. With a moan, he falls. In the trees behind you, Astra and Zorn, you hear the hoots and hollers of the ghouls and ghasts and beasts. Though you do not see them, you sense that they are getting closer. As you've taken down the giant zombie, they're all hooting and hollering. And it's more like instead of anger, it's more like, I don't know, like, yay, you took it down. It's like, and from the windmill, you hear boulders and rocks being moved around, falling to the side, shall we say, as a giant comes crashing through the wall. Another giant zombie comes crashing through the wall. And Kellum, Banthor, Necra, from your perspective, you can see a shadow behind it.
A shadow?
Yes.
Yeah, I got that
Something
radiant sunblade on the wrong character.
Yes. Wow.
There's something else still in the windmill. Some other shadow that is behind it. This zombie giant comes stumbling out of the windmill, looks up, and moves forward. Oops. Give me a second. Yeah. And stops here. Has a boulder in its hand. And it's your turn, Banthor.
I'm going to go ahead and... One second. I'm going to cast a Sacred Flame again. So DC 10. Dexterity saving throw.
21.
Right, and I am going to move away. Get behind this tree.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn. Actually, if I could.
But does that do anything if I succeed or what?
If you succeed, I don't think it does anything. It's a cantrip. So.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
1 second. I think I've got a. Never mind. I'm good.
So it was an action to cast that?
Yeah.
Alright, so you just have your bonus action, your movement. You use your movement to go there, and nothing for your bonus action. Alrighty, Maxie?
Mm-hmm. And 20. And she goes to there. I'm presuming this version of Pixies doesn't have the sparkly light trail.
No, definitely not her either. I mean,
She
she's not a
leave
bad
behind-
person or anything, but
Yeah.
she wouldn't. If she had the ability, she would definitely shut that down.
Yes. Anyways,
Unless she's
and
just hanging out. So.
in passing, because it's a good idea.
That's a hit.
She didn't get sneak attack on that. I wish she did.
What's her sneak?
Her stealth?
Yeah, stealth. Plus 11, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she has advantage.
Alright,
small.
then that is the 20 fragate. 21
Because she was hidden up there, so moving forward. I mean, you can make your strike from the hidden position, I guess, and then move forward. So either way, I'm good. 21. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Arrow strikes it in the neck. She invertedly lets out a hoot, woohoo, and goes oop. The zombie kind of uses its shoulder and crushes the arrow, what's left of it. Still holding the boulder, and turns his gaze a little bit to Maxie, but still has his eyes locked on Kellen.
Alright.
His intent locked on Kellen.
Alright.
Anything for her bonus, or?
Actually, dash.
All right.
The door
Go
is
for it.
open, right?
Yeah.
Alright. 5, 10, 15, 20. And over to here.
Okay. Give me a second.
If she comes shooting back out, it okay.
Now you can make your, be at the door and go, oh no, if you want, and use your movement from there. So I'm not gonna go, oh, you moved all the way and you only have 10 feet of movement. I'm not gonna do that to you. She's definitely has
this.
Yeah, she has, okay. She zips in and zips right out.
Yeah, she has this courage of swamp fox. Right.
What? So she didn't see a zombie ghoul giant. Excuse me. She didn't see a zombie giant. She saw a giant ghoul.
Oh, okay. That's gonna be fun.
And she needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Con save for that's not a ghoul.
Yep.
Oh, you. Okay. Better than what I was half expecting. 13?
Give me a second. I need to look at what the... Where is it? Okay, she saves. Just barely, but she saves. Yeah, she comes flying out, coughing and gagging from the smell.
Giant gassed. Oof. Alright. So So that's her stuff. Hmm.
Actually, she wouldn't have needed to make the con save, but she because she wasn't close enough to it. So my apologies. But she
No,
would have smelled
still.
the stench. She would have smelled the stench. All the same.
Yeah.
That aura is its stench aura.
Yep. Still.
All right, Necro. Would Maxie say anything? I guess.
Probably something along the lines of there's another one hiding in there,
Gotcha.
because I presume she doesn't quite understand the difference between, or didn't have the time to look into that.
She would have noticed that this wasn't zombified. Basically just, slick, skin.
Oh. Anyways, so
And a lot more sentience behind those eyes.
yeah. And
19, that hits.
yeah.
Johnny O.
And that's right. And with the other hand, eh.
Okay. I can't remember. Do you become visible now that you are attacking?
Nope. As long as
I
it's
mean,
in darkness.
That's an awesome skill. That's a really great skill.
That's why people hate gloomstalkers. No, as long as they're in darkness and the person is using dark vision, they stay invisible.
All you need is some light source, and that wonderful trick becomes entirely worthless.
They're not smart enough for all that, and they don't really carry around fire. Two swings with a sword. Anything else for you?
Action, bonus action, movement. No.
Alrighty. She's going to, excuse me. The zombie giant is going to hurl a rocket pelham. Do you want to spend your reaction for a opportunity attack?
Yes,
Necro?
please.
All right, go for it.
Not that it does anything, but
You slice and hit a bone, and it stops you from really digging in and such. Kill him! A boulder comes flying at you. Oh, come on.
miss.
You hear a
Oh,
16's gonna miss, right?
Oh yeah, 16 misses.
still protection though, right?
Oh, yeah. Alright,
Yep.
so. Alright. So. Alright.
Still 16.
Still 16, either way, yeah. Man. So how does that work with inspiration here?
Mm-hmm.
Like we used the last roll. That's basically how we've been doing it, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. The ghoul, gassed giant from inside, gives off a bark, and I'm going to roll again to see if it actually hits. Basically, inspiring it to 26. Does that hit? Oh no, excuse me. Does 18 hit? I guess. Or do? How are we doing now? I guess the 26, right? That's the way we've been doing it with us, right? I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that hits.
Silvery
Okay.
barbs.
All right.
If you had just been 2 under, I could have stopped it.
24.
I can stop
With silvery
24
barbs. Yeah.
with shield.
Okay. The boulder smashes up against a green shield as Kellum, at the last moment, raises up his arm. So that's good until
My start of the
begin-
next turn.
started. Yeah. So,
All right. And give Kellum the advantage.
okay. Hold on. The movement behind Ashra and Zorn is getting closer. They were 150 feet away, and they have run forward. Give me a second. There it is. Well, these things can't move at all, can they? Okay. They've moved forward 60 feet. So they are now like 70 feet or so behind you, off the map, but making their way towards you. So now you're starting to see them coming out of the woods and the woodwork. There are 6 groups. Just give you what one group looks like. I'm not going to put all 6 of them on here yet. One of the groups is compiled. Each of these 6 groups, quads, are a group of 3 ghoul beast and a ghast. And they are running full blast, basically straight at y'all. And they are 70 feet behind you. Another turn of that movement, and they'll be 10 feet behind you.
Wouldn't it be, you said they were 150 and they moved 60?
Yeah.
That would be 90 feet.
Okay, excuse me. Thank you for correcting my math. My head still isn't fast enough right yet. A little foggy in the sickness. 90 feet. Okay, so another round of that, and they'll be 30 feet distance from you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, so 90 feet. That helps. So there are 6 groups of those rushing towards you from the, immediate north and northwest, and from the west as well. Kind of a semicircle that goes from the north to the west.
Mhm.
They're hooting. The ghast are hooting with happiness. You can see the glee in their eye from this distance, especially with your vision and such. Astra, what are you doing?
I don't like that. She's gonna call out that we got 6 groups trying to circle in.
So that would be, some 24, some odd, yeah.
She is going, when she calls out, to alert everybody that we got these squads coming in behind us, rushing us. She's going to throw a sacred flame out at one of the groups.
Okay. Is that AoE or individual, right?
It's an individual.
Got it. So basically, strike that. They're in a kind of like a triangle formation. One of the ghoul beast in the front, with 2 of it kind of behind and flanking, and the ghast in the very back being protected. What would you like to do?
The ghast is the worst. I'm going to use distant to double the range of sacred flame to make it 120.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to try to aim for a ghast.
All right. That's great.
And it's a dex 15.
Thank you. Meets it.
Shoot. Nah, actually, make it a 5.
Right.
Rusty gas.
Let's see.
Cool.
There it is. So 15, which would make it 30.
With a whale, the ghast goes up in radiant flame.
Mm-hmm.
That pack staggers a little bit behind in its approach.
All right, and let's see. She's going to use her movement to move 30 feet.
You want to go up to Dantor?
Yeah, towards Bandor. Yeah.
All right.
Keeping the groups in her sight, which she's got 120 range vision.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
okay. Before you go kill him, is there anything else there for you, Akira?
that's it.
Okay. Before you go kill him, there's movement inside the lighthouse as the ghast comes forward and sticks his head out the hole that was made. Where is he? Kill him. Your turn.
The hole that was made, is there still like stone at the bottom that if he was dragged straight out, his feet would hit?
Yeah, I mean it didn't knock all the stuff down. There's enough to catch its chin and knee probably.
Okay. First off, I'll use my bonus action to shift the hex over to him. His dexterity is now hexed. And then I will Eldritch Blast him.
Okay.
21.
Yeah, that's a hit.
That's 10 force damage. And Grasp of Hadar, pulling him straight out, hopefully catching his shin and everything and making him falling flat on his face. Disadvantage on that.
No.
Because of the hex.
Is that a check or a save he's doing?
Looks like it's a save to.
Hex or
be
check?
first. Huh?
Hex works on ability checks, not saves.
So basically, like athletics
Well, that's
or
worthless.
acrobatic.
Yeah.
We kind of have found the wording painful. They re-described it later on and said that it only works on abilities, not saves, which is
Yeah, Hex and Hunter's Mark are basically the same spell, and neither of them are terribly good.
Yeah, this will be the last time I ever use hex.
Yeah, it's only used for the extra damage you can do.
Yeah, I don't think I want to do extra necrotic damage to zombies though.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
Well, this is depending, because not all zombies are like immune.
Yeah. 22 with the second bolt for 7 damage.
Which is the question: is this one immune or resistant to necrotic?
It's a ghast.
Yeah, resistant.
And so it takes half of the necrotic damage. So it still would apply, it would just take half.
So you can
So
roll
you
your damage
that
twice. Yep.
1d6. There's 5 for the first one,
So 2,
and 6 for the second one. So 3.
3, so 5 total.
Right.
So that's my action, my bonus action. I'm going to action surge,
All right.
and this guy right here is about to get blades to the face.
Get blades to the face and they won't go. Sorry.
25.
Yeah, that's a blade to the face.
And 13 damage.
Mm-hmm.
22.
That's a blade to the face.
14 damage.
27. Fighters. Gotta love them.
And a big old puff on the bagpipes.
5 more rounds.
As you're running, as you're bounding forward.
Yep.
Sorry. All right, Kellen. The ghast in the windmill looks out again and where is she?
Who?
I hear her voice. And who has the stone, Astura or Banthor?
I do.
All right. And looks up at you, Astura. And narrows his eyes. Where is she?
She. Who?
And with a quietness in his voice that you can almost barely hear. Ren? Where is my Ren?
Calvin spits the mouthpiece of his bagpipes out and says, "We killed her, you idiot!"
No.
I did. Come and get me.
Pushing the other giant out of the way, he obliges.
All right.
Oh, phew.
All right. Well, let's do this then.
All right, let's what's that roll again?
So you don't get attacks of opportunity on the zombie giant.
Yeah, it moved away
Basically.
involuntarily.
Yeah, it was shouldered out of the way. It stumbles into the tree and basically, tree. Yeah, no bushes. Yeah, it stumbles into the bushes and rights itself before. Well, let me see. Oh no, it doesn't. It goes prone. I rolled a 1. Right? And so it falls on its face over here in the bush. I'm not taking any damage or anything. It just falls down. So, yeah. Alrighty. Zorn. I guess that's it for you, Colin. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't even my turn at that point. I was just reacting to what he was saying.
Yeah, it was the end of my turn.
Oh.
Sorry, I was just being taunting. It's my job.
Zorn.
Which one are you putting it into?
So, technically, both of these classify as giants for you.
Zorn smiles grimly and shoots at the regular giant zombie with a 25.
Alrighty.
Well, piercing damage. Let me see. I have a thing for this, but I can't remember exactly what it is. Are they within 5 feet of each other?
Let me see.
Looks
I
like it.
would
I believe they are.
Yeah.
Okay. I use my Horde Breaker skill to come here. Yeah. To do another.
Hold on for- Oh, sorry. Go ahead and do that.
Hey.
And then, did you use
Horde Breaker on the other thing
Okay.
with an 18?
So that's a hit on it. Did you do the extra 2d6 damage to giants?
No.
Yeah. So the bow is a giant slayer. So it does an extra 2d6.
Oh. Okay. Oh, right. So the first one gets an extra 7.
Okay. And then, so who were you hitting first?
The zombified one.
Which was one of them knocked prone?
Yeah.
So Which one was he targeting? The one knocked prone?
Yeah.
Or the other one?
The one
might-
that's not prone.
You might want to switch to the other one because
Right.
you would have
Because
disadvantage if you're hitting. the
range
prone
has disadvantage on prone, though. I'm not going to say that you have disadvantage on prone on a giant. So,
one. Okay.
yeah. Generally speaking, but I mean, I have to use a little bit of reasoning here.
No,
Reason,
I mean
you know,
that makes sense.
yeah, and such. So,
Big target.
you know, big target. I mean, we could go raw or we can go fun. So I think in this,
Hey, that's better.
Yeah.
I'm not
In this
complaining.
so I'm not going to make disadvantage on that attack. So we'll just keep with the original. So what was the original damage? I forgot. I'm sorry.
Well, looks like
And if you have to re-roll the damage, that's fine. I don't care.
he rolled 12.
Oh, okay. 12 plus
17.
7, 19.
Yeah.
And then you hit the right. So you hit Smelly. Do the damage for Smelly.
Right. Regular was 18 and. Ooh, nice.
So you said 18 plus the 9.
Mm-hmm.
27. Nice. And that's just the first round. That's just your first attack, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Second attack?
Yep.
Oh, wait a second. I need to make a strength saving throw. Because the giant slaying bow, a DC 15 saving throw, or have the prone condition. So, 5. That's strength. Yeah. 18. All right.
Okay. Second shot on the prone guy.
Okay.
There we go. 28.
That's a hit.
Yep. Well, piercing and the damage is 7. So
Another 19.
Yeah. Yep.
How often can you do the cord breaking?
I think it's just once per turn. Yep, once on each of your turns when you make an attack.
Okay. All right.
Yep, I'm done.
Yeah, the guy on the ground, he's getting pretty much towards done as well. Stinky looks down at you, Kellum.
Mm-hmm.
Why you kill? As he smashes at you.
Okay.
$26.
That will hit.
Disadvantage.
Thank you.
I'll wait.
13.
Ooh. Does not.
All
hit.
right.
Miss.
Alrighty. Panther. Oh, he does yell out, why you kill her? So
I
don't know
blare
if you
my
want-
what are they? Bagpipes. I blare the bagpipes in response.
No. Alright, Panther.
Use my movement to go over here. And then I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on this one here.
All right.
And that's DC 10 Dex saving throw.
20. Dirty 20. Oh, wait a second. I got disadvantage. 3.
Alright. Plus 2d8. Alright, so 3 and a 6.
So
So
9
9
damage.
radiant.
9 radiant. 9 radiant.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
18.
Thank you. Oh my god.
And this is coming from Kellum because I'm using the helmet,
Awesome.
using his line of sight.
Kellum. Well, it doesn't actually come from Kellum, but you're using his sight. Yeah, okay. So, over your shoulder, basically, Kellum, this bolt comes flying and hits the giant. And it has 2 hit points left, but because it rolled a nat 1, I'm going to give it to you. We're not going to have him hang around just for 2 hit points. So he goes up in radiant flame.
Off in the distance between the trees, you see a very tiny thumbs up.
I forgot. Oh yeah, I remember now. Okay.
I don't like that.
I know, right?
Usually don't, unless you're on the other side of it. Okay.
Anything else for you, Banthor? Movement, action, bonus?
Nope.
Maxie?
Alright. If something more direct in the way of damaging. Alright. So she's gonna do a D6.
That's a hit.
Yeah. And I'm presuming because of Kellum and Necra, this does qualify for sneak attack or advantage at least.
Let's see. How does that work?
If there's an enemy within 5 feet of the target,
You get sneak attack.
Okay, so that was that. 26.
26. Ooh,
Yeah. Okay, that's something.
that is something.
And
What did it do? No, that's wrong.
heads back for the to the tree.
Hey, you know, there's definitely.
She is arguably the squishiest one in the party at this point.
Oh yeah.
And that's
Oh.
her.
Okay.
It's DC
Um,
what?
But it at 12.
Okay, this is gonna suck. Okay, not as bad as I was thinking.
Yeah, 30, 20.
And only need to do that once per day. Per cast. Alright. The one swing. And 19 hits.
19 does hit.
Alright. Second swing. 17 hit.
Yeah, actually it does.
Okay.
Meets it, beats it.
So let's 17 and 7 is 24.
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to wail here. You've been struck in multiple different places,
That's
before you can
action
really.
bonus. And no, I'm not hitting whales of the grave because it's not useful at this point. Okay.
It depends on if they're just resistant or immune.
And it's resistant, but it also requires an other thing to get hit first.
It's the nearest target within 30 feet of what you hit, right?
Uh-huh.
Is there something within 30 feet?
The zombie that fell into the house is starting to move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's the grave? And 5 necrotic. For both the ghast and the zombie.
Okay.
I'm presuming the ghast takes 2.
Right.
Every point counts.
Yeah.
Alrighty. My turn. Yay! Alright. The ones behind you. Oh, Zorn, did you want to move? You're kind of by yourself a little bit.
Oh.
I didn't. You can stay there if you want. I don't care. I just didn't know. Didn't know if you. I didn't ask and such. So my
I
apologies.
did that notice.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get me on the map.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Usher would have said, yeah, Zorn, we need to move, and then she would have moved. Sorry.
Anyways.
Yeah. She. Ashura moved her full 30 feet forward from where y'all were, and such because there were the 23 now, creatures coming up behind y'all.
Yeah. As soon as she hit one of them, she would have been like, we can't hold this position, just the two of us. We need to move.
And Zorn will climb up into a tree and take a sniper position.
Smart. Imagine that.
Okay.
Alright. Swing, bear, swing.
The zombie. I'm just gonna move this guy out of the way. Stands up, using half of his motion. And circles around Kellum and comes up behind y'all. getting directions from the ghast. It had to use all of its movement and action to get over here. The ghast uses its action to disengage.
Kellum will scream after him, "Coward!"
Why you kill her? She was my bride, mine to kill.
Once again, a voice from out of nowhere. Because she has responded a few times. She didn't give us a choice.
He chuckles as he looks around for the voice. Sounds like Myron.
Oh, and thanks for opening the range.
He basically flexes his muscles and gets a second wind. Reaches out and grabs. Oh yeah, it is a time check, 11. So we'll stop it right after this. Reaches out and grabs a rock from the windmill and chucks it at you, Kellum.
Okay.
This
13. Alrighty.
Nada.
Wish it was a crit fail.
And that's
I
a
know,
lot
right?
of damage those things are doing.
They
It
they
does.
do some massive damage. And he's not really smart enough to catch that he's having a problem with this. Thinks it's just his rage. Behind you, the 23, they get 30 feet from this edge here. So that would be, I'll just use the Timberwolf as a, I'll use, okay, cool. All right.
I was moving him out of the way so he wouldn't be in your way. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. No worries. All right. I should have done that slightly different. Here we go. There we go. All right. Oh. Three. Four. Did they go? All right. I'll put the rest of them up there. They're somehow they disappeared when I was messing with them. So I'll have to copy and paste some more. Alrighty. So when we get back, maybe we'll get to that. It'll be Ashura's turn on the turn order here. I was going to try to make it all the way to the top of the round, but it's we'll go ahead and stop here.
So next one is the 16th.
Looks like, oh, how does that sound bad?
uh-oh.
Sounds a little off to me.
Is it this?
Was it? Am I looking at it wrong?
No.
Is it
23rd.
this?
This is next Fallout, unless there's something sideways.
Yeah, the 15th is Fallout, so it'll be the 23rd.
Well, I said- Yeah, 23rd. I said 16 because I was just like looking at.
Yeah.
You're looking at next day.
We're supposed to. It was supposed to have been tomorrow, the 9th.
Yeah.
So that makes it 23rd. 23rd is the next one. All right, and that'll also be a time change for you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I wish we were done with this political garbage, because it is purely political.
All right. Well,
Let's see. So, Thursday the 13th. I should be good for the 13th for that Thursday game. I don't think there's a problem. The 15th. Oh no!
15th is the next Fallout.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh no! Yeah. That's where the problem is. I knew, like, I could feel it. I was like, wait a second. I told her we should have. Okay. Sorry. It's my fault, not hers. Nope. Can't blame other people. So I'm gonna double check, but I'm pretty sure that we're going out of town on the 15th. So
Okay. If you are, then
I
we'll
don't know
just,
why.
We'll skip. to the
okay.
29th.
My apologies.
No worries. Gives me time to do some other preparation.
Right. I hear you.
Oh,
All right. So the 13th.
not so fun as the player. Yeah.
So the 13th and the 23rd looks good. I'm pretty sure the 15th is right out, but I'll let you know a little bit later on here.
All right.
It might only take me a few moments. So
Check.
Any,
Check the boss, right?
yeah, I got it definitely. My dadgummit, I thought I said to go on the 16th, but we're going to be there on the 15th. Oh well.
Alright.
Anything about today's session?